Welcome to episode 3 of Bitch Please with Daniel Fernandes. This one is quite possibly our bitchiest episode yet. But before we get to our caller, I just want to make a few announcements. I am on tour with a brand new show in the following cities. I'm in Dubai on July 29th, Bangalore August 5th, Ahmedabad August 6th, Pune August 12th, Chennai August 13th, Hyderabad August 15th, Mumbai August 18th and 19th, Thane August 20th, Delhi August 27th, and Goa September 1st. Tickets to these shows are available in the links in the video description of this episode and on the link in my Instagram bio. If you want to be part of this podcast, here's how you can do it. Send me an email at danielwfernandes@gmail.com with your name and what you want to bitch about, and we'll get in touch and make it happen. This podcast again is pay as you like. So if you want to contribute to future episodes of the podcast, all you have to do is click on the appropriate payment link in the video description, or once again in the link in my Instagram bio. I think, that wraps it up for all the announcements. So let's get to it. This is episode 3. Hello.
Hi,
Hi there. Tell me your name and where you're joining us from.
my name's Gibbs and I'm joining from Delhi.
Hi, Gibbs. Thank you so much for getting on the show. So tell me, what would you like to bitch about?
I would like to bitch about a very bitchy flatmate.
A bitchy flatmate. I think everybody has had one, I think. Have I? No, I don't think I've had a bitchy flatmate. Unless relationships count, but no.
Oh, lucky you, I guess.
Okay, cool. Tell
Yeah.
me, tell me three things about this bitchy flatmate that really annoyed you. Are you guys still together, by the way? I mean, in the
Um,
sense, are you still living together?
no, we are not. We have broken up. We are not living together
Oh,
anymore. Yeah.
nice. So this can get really nasty then. Great.
Yeah, very nasty.
Okay, so tell me three things about your bitchy flatmate that annoyed you the most.
Let's start with the first and the one of the biggest red flags that was she was a very big racist as far as,
She was racist.
oh, very racist. Um,
Okay,
at least in
tell me
my
more.
books.
Mm-hmm.
She liked to collect guys from a specific region, like Pokemons.
Collect guys like Pokemons.
Yes. And her
Oh my
specific
god.
preference was Middle Eastern guys. She only liked
She has
Middle
a thing
Eastern
for
guys.
Middle East.
Yes.
She only liked Middle East. This sounds familiar because I had a friend in college as well who was dating this Middle Eastern guy. And apparently, and I don't know if it's the same reason with you, but apparently it has something to do with the fact that he was circumcised and used to shower a lot.
My God, the
Like every,
first one is something she has told us. That,
is that is
yeah,
is that a thing?
yeah,
Is that a
apparently they
thing, by
have
the
cleaner
way?
dicks.
First of all, Indian men, what are you doing? Like, why are you scaring the women away to the Middle East? Okay, like just wash your thing, na, every now and then, like almost like every time. Just like take care of yourself, man. Get your shit together. So
Yeah.
she's into Middle Eastern dicks.
So first I thought it was just, a preference. Like people have preferences. Oh, I like tall guys. I like buff
Yeah,
guys. So I thought it was
yes,
something like that. But then she was like,
but
no, I only like Middle Eastern guys because they are,
so basically, she prefers pita bread for her hummus.
yeah, she's not a naan type of girl.
She does not deny.
Yeah.
But
So
so this is, you're saying this is not a common thing with women. Like for instance, with guys, you always ask guys, right? Like, are you a tit guy or are you an ass guy or are you both? Like, do women talk like that about men? Like, do women objectify men the same way?
I think we do, but not. That's not the first thing that comes to our mind, while looking at a
What's the
guy.
first thing? right? So if you're
Different for
objectifying a guy,
different
what's the
different
first
for
thing?
different people. For me, I don't look at
Fine.
the outside, I would say. But
You look at the inside,
yeah, I
just
look
like
at
your
the inside.
flatmate. She's also looking on the inside.
Yeah, I am also looking in the deeper end of it.
Acha, so you like anal then?
I didn't say it. I didn't say anything.
No, I was kidding. But
Yeah,
okay,
yeah.
so you basically you mean personality,
Yeah, personality, yes, exactly. But
right?
I've heard friends who like tall guys, specifically just tall guys. And
Okay,
I had,
that's fair.
yeah, some guys just like dusky skin colored guys. Some just like comedians, some just like artists.
Ah, acha, yes, yes.
Yeah, yeah.
I have heard. I've heard of these people. Yes.
Yeah, they truly exist. They're
The
not
tall guy
fictional.
thing is very interesting. The tall guy thing is very interesting because I reckon maybe is it a thing that women feel safer with men who are larger than them?
I have
Is
I have seen people who are like thick thin, like and tall.
mm-hmm.
Like my brother is
Mm-hmm.
one, and he has a very pretty
Mm-hmm.
girlfriend. And I just
Okay.
always am thinking, why does that happen? No
Yeah, and I think because
personality, no
men also a
brains.
lot of men like men also have this thing where they are drawn. A lot of them are drawn towards petite women. So
Mm.
and it makes them feel a little macho as well. Like look at me.
Yeah, I think it is that for sure. I mean, it's the fact
But
that, yeah.
personality, but personality, I think is interesting. It's you never find, although you'll very rarely find a guy saying that, what's the first thing you
So,
notice about a woman? Her
personality.
personality. Unless she has two of them, then I will not notice.
Oh God, yes, true.
But
Yeah.
the like but it's pretty interesting, isn't it? Like circumcised versus uncircumcised. Like I mean, if you ask me, I think I'm on the side of circumcised uncircumcised. No, because with circumcised dicks, what you see is what you get, right?
Okay, and
But
with an uncircumcised dick.
with an uncircumcised dick, there's always a potential for a surprise. Like you can have like a tada moment. You'll be like, hey, it's not this big. There's more.
Oh my God.
Uh,
Yeah, there's a
cool.
surprise factor for sure.
Yeah, but that's interesting. So does she's never dated an Indian guy?
So she's never dated an Indian guy. She was with an Afghani guy for like they had a situation going on, long term, long distance kind of.
She's had Afghani biryani. That's
She's
nice,
had
dude.
she's had Afghani biryani. She's had
Wait, so you're saying long
Turkish.
distance, meaning hang on.
Yeah,
She's
yeah.
had Turkish, she's had Afghani biryani, she's had Turkish delight. What else
She's
has she had? Has she
yeah.
had shawarma?
But I think she also had I think another
But
guy.
if she were to have shawarma, I'm pretty sure she would not like her shawarma wrapped.
Oh my God. I think
she
so.
she prefers an open shawarma.
Oh my God. I
Oh,
think yeah.
jeez.
Okay, so yeah, the long distance thing.
Hmm.
The
Yeah.
guy was living in India before, and they were
Uh huh.
together, and then he
Okay.
moved to the UK. It became
Ah, I thought he went
important.
back to Afghanistan because that would be so crazy, right? On one hand, you have your girlfriend who's on in another country, and then then
Yeah.
you have the Taliban up your ass with the AK-47.
Yeah, I mean, if that was a long distance, I would pity her a lot, but that wasn't the case.
Damn, that would be insane. Like, you imagine like you're like on a video call with your girlfriend in India, and like you're having your fun time, so to say, and boom, and suddenly the Taliban breaks down the door and sentences you to prison.
And tells a girl to wear a burqa because why is her head not
Yeah,
covered?
yeah. Why is the head not covered? And why is your shawarma out in the open?
Oh my
Straight.
God.
This is haram. Straight to prison. Oh, jeez.
Yeah.
So, has her racism manifested in any other way besides?
Um, it's most of it has just been with guys. So she just
Mm-hmm.
likes white looking Middle Eastern guys.
Okay.
Yeah, that's her type.
And you found that and you found that off-putting.
I mean, it was really off-putting because, I mean, just the fact that she described, like Indian men, like, oh my God, what the fuck? She was like, oh, in like Indian men's dicks are like black. And I was like, what's wrong with you? Whose dick have you
Dude,
seen that you're calling it black?
once again, also, what's wrong with black dicks? If you ask any man in the world which dick would you prefer to have given a choice, every single man would be like, yo, I want a black dick, dude. What?
Exactly.
It's just
And
like,
and the girl was a very big fan of, African music. So I was like, you like their music, but not their dicks. Like,
oh god.
make it make sense.
No, that's also crazy because although I know this happens, but it's so rare to have a woman say that, I specifically want Middle Eastern men, like because most people us tend to run away when you say Middle Eastern man because they think they're always trying to blow shit up. So
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, sure. I mean, that's her type.
it's
What
okay.
can we
I don't
do?
think any. I don't think anybody from Afghanistan is listening to this podcast. I think I'm okay.
You're safe. Yeah.
Holy
So
shit.
yeah, I mean that's how her racism manifested, and she used to also make fun of me and my flatmate, the other girl, and she just used to like comment on our skin tones as well sometimes, like oh, oh,
Oh.
do you see a tan line on you? Oh my God, it looks so ew. Just get
Oh.
rid of it. And the other girl was a little dusky.
Damn.
She's like, oh, you can do this.
Okay.
You can do your makeup like this, and it'll look better. You guys can be as fair as
Yeah.
me.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
But I bet that if you had an uncircumcised dick, she would totally be into you. She would
Oh,
like you. Like you're my favorite flatmate.
oh, the I would have ran away so quickly if that happened.
Oh dear lord.
Yeah. So
She's
yeah,
racist. Like it's like most often when you meet racist Indians, they are racist towards other Indians. Like they hate other Indians. You know.
it's usually for different reasons, not
Yeah.
this. Yeah. She was
We hate
just,
like I love we hate our own people.
yeah, she manifested that into an even bigger thing.
Yeah, she went deeper. No pun intended. Like
Oh, yeah.
she, she went deep. She didn't hold back with her racism.
Yeah, she did not.
Damn, that's weird. That's a weird kind of racist. Like I prefer the regular racism, like where you're just like
Yeah, I
we
would.
can't give you a job if we can't give you a job because you don't use Fair and Lovely. I like that kind of racism. Like
Yeah.
this I'm used to it. I like rather I'm used to it. Just like I like it. I'm not like a fan
I mean,
of
imagine telling a guy, I don't want to be with you because I think your dick is gross,
damn,
dark,
damn,
not fair enough for
damn,
me.
damn.
Yeah, that's like
I mean,
that's a new low ball.
and this like there's no penis whitening cream also.
Exactly.
There isn't like that's crazy.
Yeah.
Okay,
Oh man.
that's a pretty shitty trait to have. So I'm with you on that one. So 1 for 1 so far. Yeah, I'm with you on that. That's yeah,
Yeah.
that's a little bitchy flatmate. Okay, let's see how bitchy it gets. Okay, what's the second thing about her that really annoyed you
She was
while
very
you all were
cheap.
together? Okay,
Yeah.
in the
So
sense with money or
I in
with the
general
choice
with
of
money,
pita bread.
with no, it was mostly like, monetary stuff because she used to
Ah,
like to brag about her salary a lot.
okay,
She was like, "Oh my
but then
God,
not spend it.
yeah, never." Like she was like, "Oh my God, I'm earning like three times your salary and I am saving it all up." She used to tell us how she spent 1.5 lakhs her last birthday and all of that. So yeah, it was pretty weird. And when we got like a rent and our bills and all, we all had to, put in our money in to pay it forward.
Your
And
share.
yeah, sure, yeah. And she basically was like, "Oh, guys, but I didn't use the common room." So do I really have to pay for that? And oh, I didn't use the
What?
Wi-Fi. I wasn't here for 3 days. Do I have to pay for that?
Wow.
Yeah. I only
And
made coffee. So do I have to pay for the maid who's cleaning our utensils?
oh, jeez. Please tell me she's hot. Like if there's any saving grace in this human being, at least tell me she's hot. Like, because this is terrible behavior. The only behavior that remotely justifies being such a shitty person is if you're hot.
She's conventionally pretty.
That
Yeah.
makes sense now. So is she like one of those entitled hot chicks?
Yeah, I would say for sure. Yeah.
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 God.
She doesn't look like one, but then when she opens her mouth and she starts talking, that's when you
Mm-hmm.
realize, oh shit. Okay.
Yeah, but honestly, like for me personally, that's a big turn off. Like when women behave, like, or anybody for that matter. Like, but especially like if you're talking from the space of, let's say, interest in someone, like that's a big put off. Like whether it's dating or just general friendship, or just even if you're passing by, like
I
not
think
the people
guys didn't
passing by
care.
randomly yell out their CTCs. Yeah,
Yeah,
guys.
yeah, I think guys didn't give a fuck
Yeah,
because she was pretty.
yeah, exactly. That's what I'm saying. That's what hot privilege is, right? You get away with generally shitty behavior that would be frowned upon otherwise.
Yeah.
But like, but if you think of from a long term point of view, nah, I don't want to date some. Would you date somebody like this? I would never date somebody like
Never.
this.
I used
I
to
think I
see,
think I
yeah.
think what it is uh, she'll have interest from guys who probably want to sleep with her, but if you're talking about in terms of dating somebody like this, like no fucking way, dude. Eventually, this will become a massive turn off. Like seriously, unless after she hooks up with a guy, or like she gives them like a tip or something, like then that would be incentive to put up with a shitty behavior. But even then, she'd be really cheap about it, and she'd be like, I want to pay via Google Pay, but there's no Wi-Fi over here. And I've not used the Wi-Fi in my house also, so I've not paid the bill over there either. So I don't have Wi-Fi there either. Like it's just, I don't know, it's just.
Yeah, so she was actually like that, She used to like go out on dates with these guys and, tell us,
Mhm.
oh my God, this guy had a Maybach and all. But then would be like, oh, but I didn't like him. I just went out because he had money kind of person. And I was like, dude, come on. Like, what the fuck's wrong with you? Like,
Like
yeah.
she sounds like a keeper. Yeah, like any guys out there thinking, yeah, I want to
Dude, you
marry somebody and
don't.
spend the rest of my life with them. Yeah.
Yeah, dude, you don't. Like, I saw guys who were like, begging to be with her after she insulted them so much. That level of simping I've seen.
Yeah, which is why I say childhood trauma is real. Go to therapy, get yourself fixed. Okay.
Yeah, mommy issues and daddy issues are real.
Mo- I swear, dude, like this. Like for me, I think you can tell how I think you can tell the worth of a person based on how they handle themselves financially. You know what I mean? That's a big indicator. Like just observe how people are when it comes to money, and that will tell you a lot about them.
Yeah,
Like
like one of the
it's
instances,
so simple. Yeah.
yeah. I mean, one of the instances that just, pushed me over the edge was the fact that we went to the club and
Mm-hmm.
this was the end of the month. So
Okay.
and it was a
Ah.
ladies' night. So, free drinks, ladies get free drinks. We went out
Mm,
and didn't want to get in the line because the line was too big for free drinks. So I just said, okay, I'll just go and buy myself a drink from the regular counter. So I went there.
mm-hmm.
She was like, oh, if you're getting yourself a drink, why don't you get me a drink as well? And I said, okay, I'll do that.
Okay.
Pay me when you get your salary because you earn so much. Pay me back. And she's like, oh yeah, my God,
Right.
you're gonna keep tabs and shit. And I was like, of course I will. So I went to get the drinks, and
Mm-hmm.
there was a guy who, tapped my shoulder, and he was like, "Hey, are you here?" Whatever. He was trying to like, talk to me and shit.
Just
And
chatting you up.
yeah, and I was like, "Bhaiya, I'm here to get drinks. Don't talk to me. Not interested." And
I think when it comes to hitting on women, the only thing worse than telling a guy that you don't want to be with him because he has a black dick or a dark dick or whatever is calling him bhaiya.
At a club.
Like at a club,
At a
that too,
club.
exactly. The
Yeah.
last place you want to hear the word bhaiya is at a club. Holy shit.
See, when I get annoyed, I just start calling guys bhaiya, and that's when I know they get annoyed the most. That's my
Yeah,
trick
I
to
think
like, showing them
I
off.
think I think every time you call a guy who's hitting on you bhaiya, his penis circumcises itself. It's just like
Oh
it's
gosh.
like part of it wants to leave him. He's just like, nay, I can't take handle this. Yeah. So anyway, so yeah, you got approached by a guy at the bar.
Yeah, so I got approached by this guy at the bar, and then I was like, "No,
Mm.
bhaiya, don't talk to me. Go away. I'm trying to get my drinks here." Very focused. And then he saw like she was like right on me. This girl was right on me, on my shoulders like betal. And
Mm-hmm.
she wanted her drink, and then guy started talking to her, and then they talked around, and he was like, "Oh, let me get both of you a shot." And she's like, "Oh my
Okay.
God, thank you so much. You don't have to." And but
Mm-hmm.
she did. But the
Mm-hmm.
guy did get us the shots, and she held the shots, and I was like, "Oh, cool. We're getting to one drink each, and we have the shots as well. Yeah, pretty girl
Mm-hmm.
privilege." And then
Yeah.
I just turn around with the drinks, and I see she like had both the shot glasses empty in her hand, and I was like, "Did you just drink
Holy
both
shit,
the shots?"
she, she drank your shot as well.
Yeah, and the guy was just there, and I was just like, obviously, he's. I mean, I'm not gonna ask him to get me a shot because he did. I mean, like लगता नहीं मेरे को ये
Wow.
भाई. I called him bhai. Like I didn't even ask him for anything.
And you already called him bhai, but you could have pulled like a bhai or a bhaiya favor on him and be like,
I was more pissed at the fact that she drank both the shots, and then I was like, okay, you know what? You had your drinks, you had your two shots. You're gonna get pretty tipsy anyways. I'm just gonna have the drinks now because I paid for
so you
them.
had both the drinks. So you had
No,
both the drinks that you bought.
no, this fucker took the her drinks from me. She was like, oh come on, he got the shot.
It's
Yeah,
dude, it's crazy. It's like she fucked both of you, and neither of you were Middle Eastern.
exactly. And I was like, what the fuck, dude? What just happened?
Wow, damn, that's cheap. Like I thought, like I knew cheap people, but this is a different level of cheap. I'll tell you the kind of cheap I know. Okay, like I know people who are like where you'll go out to have a meal, and when the bill shows up, and we're just splitting it equally, because give and take, it's more or less the same. And of course we are friends, and then suddenly this guy will be like, oh no, but I'm vegetarian and I only had 3 bhindis, so can I just pay for just the 3 bhindis that I've eaten, and can you divide the service tax and the GST and everything with just between the 3 bhindis. Like that's the kind of cheap I've seen, or the kind of cheap where that person who always forgets their wallet.
Yeah.
I've forgotten my wallet. I've seen that kind of cheap. So yeah, but this is a different level. This is a different level of cheap.
Yeah, when you
So
when
yeah,
you're
so
cheap
far,
with your drinks around me, I think that's like the last thing, especially when you brag about your
yeah.
salary so much.
Yeah, I think I like the grown up way of drinking, where you all go out with your friends, and then everybody takes turns to get a round of drinks. So like the first round's on me, then second round's on you, and so on and so forth. Or everyone's just drink, and then when the bill comes, you just split it evenly. I like that, but yeah, this cheap shit is a big turn off. So 2 for 2. I'm on your
Yeah,
side. Yeah,
yeah,
bitchy flatmate. Oh,
yeah. So
100%.
so it's 2-1-2, Btchy Flatmate. Now the third one,
Mm-hmm.
I think it's
Mm-hmm.
gonna be yeah. So I'll preface the what happened. So it's the same night when the drinks thing happened, and
Okay.
we go to this other club with another one of my friends. She's a girl, and this
Mm-hmm.
other guy friend that I have, he is again
Okay.
conventionally pretty tall,
Mm-hmm.
has a man bun, and he gives you Middle Eastern vibes. Okay,
Okay.
you see where this is going. And
Yeah.
we go to this club, and now the flatmate is pretty tipsy, and the rest of us are trying to get more drinks because we are not drunk enough to deal with anything right now.
Mm-hmm.
So we are at the bartender, we're getting drinks, and she just comes up to us and she's like, "Hey guys, do you want to know something funny?" And my friends are like, "Yeah, what's up?" And she just
Mm.
goes on and grabs my boob.
What?
Yeah, in an open bars club situation. She just,
She's a. Hang on a second. Hang on a second. She's racist. She's cheap, and she's a titty grabber.
yeah,
She's a titty grabber.
yes.
Holy shit, a titty grabber. Like, if she were to go any lower, she could be president of the United States.
Uh, yeah,
So wait,
so
one second.
yeah,
But why did she suddenly just grab your tits at a bar in front of everybody?
good question. That's exactly what I was thinking when she literally squeezed my tit. And I was like, what's happening? Are you okay, honey? Are you dying or something? Like, do you
Mm,
need support? What's happening? And
yeah.
then she tells the friends that, oh, her boobs are squishy. And I was like,
Okay.
okay, that's not information I want to share with my friends. And
She's telling
then
your friends.
yeah, she's telling my friends that I have squishy boobs
Okay.
while holding one in her hand.
Mm-hmm.
And then she looks at my female friend, and then she goes on to grab her boob.
Oh,
Like, this person she's not even met
she's a
once before
serial
this.
titty grabber.
Yeah, and then she tells the friend, "Oh, you also have nice boobs." And then she looks at my male friend and she's like, "But do you know what? Mine are better." And like, just starts laughing, and we were all just bamboozled, shocked. Uh,
Wow.
just having Vietnam War flashbacks. Like, what happened?
God damn. So she grabs your titties, she grabs your friend's titties at a bar
Yeah,
to impress some guy that the same guy with the man bun?
yeah,
Oh, damn. That's which honestly, if you ask me, I find that's quite weird. It's like having a titty competition, right? And titty competitions are pointless because as a consumer, let me tell you this, uh, we don't care. we, we don't care. There's no such thing as a bad titty. Okay, any titty is a good titty. You know, and there are guys out there who, like, even if you don't have
FTT, they're fine.
any, even if even if you don't have, like, any titty, and as long as there are two nipples, they'll go for it.
Oh my God, this
Y-
is so true. Like,
yeah,
why did she have to do
there's no
that?
such thing. There's no need to compete, ladies. There's no need to compete. All titties are welcome, every kind. Okay. Oh God. My favorite kind of titty though is the tough titties. You see, like, tough titties are crazy. Like, what I'm talking about. Like those women, like when you're hooking
The
up with
the
them, and you're
oh,
really and you're going at it, and they're like, squeeze harder, and I'm like, how much harder? Are you crazy? They'll burst. You
we,
know what I
we we
mean? I
know
don't
your
want
we, we
like.
know your type now.
Yeah, no. I mean,
Yeah.
I'm just saying. I'm just saying. I don't want blood and milk on my face. Like, what?
But you want silicone on your
What?
face?
What's it? No, 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 not silicone. Like, I've never encountered silicone on my adventures. But
Ah,
dude, that's damn weird, man. Like,
yeah, that was the
that.
last straw for me. I was like, okay, this is too much. I don't want to get harassed no more. And the
Yeah,
next day she
like,
woke up and she was like, oh, I don't remember doing that.
yeah, like, oh man, there's no excuse for this. Yeah, I mean, I don't know, like, I'm, I don't know. It's just, oh shit.
Yeah, you
Yeah,
can't. Nothing can defend her.
like, you can't defend this, like, because sometimes when you're trying to find a defense in somebody's behavior, you always put yourself in that situation and you ask yourself, how would I conduct myself in a space like this? And I can never imagine a scenario where I'm out with my friends at a club, and we meet, a girl who joins the group, and I'm trying to impress the girl. There's at no point of me ever trying to impress her would I grab any of my guy friends' dicks. Like, just no. Like, nah, indefensible. No, can't. Three for three.
Yeah,
I'm on
this,
your side, Gibbs.
yeah,
She
hell
has
yeah.
got to go. She needs to move out. Like, so, fast forward to the point where you'll have ended it and you'll have kicked her out.
Yeah, so we gave her an ultimatum. I mean, she left her job, and
Okay.
now this so much money earning person was like, I can live by myself no more. And we were like, okay, move out in a month, please. So, and
Okay.
she did. And for the whole month, none of us talked to her because of all the bullshit.
Wow. But did you ever call her out on it? Like, did you guys ever say, innocent so and so thing that you did, or these kind of behaviors are just not okay?
Yeah, actually, I did, tell her straight to her face when she was telling me the kind of Pokemon she likes to collect. And I was like, I am also an avid Pokemon collector, but mine are stuffed toys. I don't like to collect Middle Eastern men, just for their cuisines. But she just said, oh,
But
it's
isn't
my type.
everyone isn't everybody's dating history basically a collection of some sort of Pokemon?
Mm.
You know what I mean?
Well, definitely.
Aren't we all collectors? I mean, only difference is she's a little racist when it comes to her collections, but yeah, we're all collectors. I'd like to think, but yeah, nevertheless, shitty behavior. Good thing you called her out. Did you guys call her out on the money?
Yeah, we did. So while she was leaving, the flatmate who is like the main person who's, you know, renting out the flat, he
Right.
refused to give her her deposit back.
Oh snap!
Yeah, because she only
Snap!
stayed there for 3 months.
You know what you should have given her back instead is should have given her two empty shot glasses and be like, "Oh, you can keep this."
Oh my God, we actually kept one of her coffee mugs.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think you want to be drinking coffee out of that. Nah.
No, I
And
left it back
we don't
there.
know.
We
We
don't know
don't
what's up.
know. Kibbs, we don't know what Middle Eastern flavors are in that coffee mug. What
Ew.
what residual Middle Eastern flavors are in there?
Oh my God, so gross.
Oh, jeez. But it's one of those things, isn't it? It's sort of like when you become an adult, it's sort of like a rite of passage where you have to live with complete strangers, and then you realize how much you don't like living with other people, and that kind of motivates you to be like, okay, now I'm going to get out of this situation. I can't share an apartment with a friend. I need my own space. I think the core repulsiveness of a human being is a great motivation to achieve something in life.
Yeah, my experience was so bad
You know?
that I moved back
Yeah.
home. I was like, I'd rather share the room with my brother than
You're
live.
back home now with your family.
Yeah, I'm back home with my family. I was like, I'd rather take this trauma and go to therapy than stay there with those people.
So you're living with your brother and your mom and dad?
Yeah,
Ah, interesting.
yeah.
But hang on a second. Do you think your dad paid this woman to come live with you so that you would leave the apartment and go back and live with your parents?
Oh my God. Honestly, could be, could be.
Bec-
Yeah,
Because if you
here.
think about it, once the damage was already done, she very conveniently said, "Hey, I don't have a job anymore." Maybe that's her full-time career. Maybe she makes a career out of getting young adults to move back in with their parents, because parents also experience the emptiness syndrome, right? Once their kids grow up and they leave the house and they feel this emptiness in the house, there's no more noise in there. It's a thing. It's a very real thing. It's a very real psychological thing. So maybe she spotted a gap in the market and offered services in a way where she could get these kids to come back home to their parents just by posing as a shitty flatmate for a really good price. You know what I mean? She's like the Seema auntie of home rentals.
Oh my God, she found her niche.
She found a niche, so maybe that's what she did.
Yeah, damn,
uh
could be. Yeah.
you know and the job has been complete, and now you're back home. Your parents are happier than ever until you move out again and experience another shitty flatmate, and that is what we call the circle of life.
Truly.
Anyway, Gibbs, this has been a fantastic bitching session. I think this is the bitchiest episode we've had so far, and I'm really grateful that you made the time to join us and share your experiences. But as all good things come to an end, we'll have to wrap up this episode too. I hope you had as much fun as I did.
I did. Thank you so much for having me.
Absolute pleasure. It was great having you on this episode, and I'm pretty sure the fans are going to love this. So, till I see you someday at a show, bring your bitchy flatmate if you like. We can put on the front row and roast the fuck out of her. But make sure she pays for the tickets.
Definitely.
Done. So, I'll see you soon, someday. Thank you so much for joining me, Gibbs. You have a wonderful rest of the week.
You too. Bye.
Good, goodbye.